When you travel the roads and byways of Eastern Oregon, scenes like this lush valley beckon. Slow down, stop, get out, and discover what comes from this land and the people who live here. There are stopping points throughout the region that invite visitors to do just that. Let's take a tour and drop in on a few of these places. Eastern Oregon is known for its diverse agriculture industry. Large farms in the valleys grow a wide range of feed and food crops for regional use and export. Many of these farms and ranches have been nurtured by the same families for well over 100 years. Along with traditional agriculture on a large scale, there are a growing number of small farms and newer industries throughout the region, many of which invite visitors to taste and experience farming up close and personal. Here are examples of this increasingly popular way to connect with the land and those who tend it with love. Copper Belt Winery and the vineyards that supply them are situated about 25 miles east of Baker City in Baker County, Oregon. The soil and climate conditions here are conducive to growing flavorful grapes that create remarkable wines. Activity at the vineyard is dependent upon the season. Vines are quiet during winter months, then pruned back in the spring. The season's new growth is tended throughout the summer, and when fall comes, it's time to harvest. The time is right for picking when the sugar content of the grape berries reaches an optimal level. Grapes picked too soon or too late can change the quality of the wine, so an exact grape picking date can never be scheduled ahead of time. At the vineyard, grapes are harvested by hand. The blush of the grape skin gives a subtle hint as to what kind of wine it will become. The scent of fruit is heavy in the air as pickers make their way down each row. Most of the grapes that become Copper Belt signature wines are grown locally, coming from this vineyard as well as two others nearby. The sweet and flavorful fruit will get processed and blended at the direction of winemaker Travis Cook. The Cook family has been in Baker County for over 100 years, and the vineyard is planted on the same land that Travis's great-grandfather homesteaded back in the 1800s. Bringing the grapes in from the vineyard begins a flurry of activity that must not delay if the optimal flavor of the grape berries is to be preserved. Grapes go immediately into a press to release the juice. For some wines, the skins and stems are separated at this point in the processing. For others, the skins remain with the juice for part of the fermentation process. The juice that is gathered will go through several fermentation stages before it's ready for bottling. Each year's harvest or vintage is unique because the conditions in which the grapes are grown varies from year to year, and that affects the flavor of the fruit. Some wines are ready for consumption earlier than others. The wine inside these oak barrels will sit quietly until the winemaker is satisfied with its smoothness and taste. Once the wine has been bottled, labeled, and sufficiently aged, it's ready to head out of the winery and into the tasting rooms here at the vineyard and downtown Baker City. The tasting room at the winery is a great place to discover your favorite wine and vintage. In addition to welcoming visitors, it's a comfortable and hospitable venue for events and parties throughout the year. Stop by the Copper Belt Tasting Room in Baker City and pair your wine with delicious cheeses from the Cheese Ferry that is operated side by side with the tasting room. Baker City is definitely not a big metro area, but there's plenty to do here. In addition to the Copper Belt Wine Tasting Room, you'll find many other gathering places where people have turned their passion into a business. The family that owns and operates Barley Brown's Brew Pub, also located in downtown Baker City, has a similar passion-turned-to-business story that started when the Brown family decided to stay in Baker City instead of continuing west to Seattle from Connecticut in 1974. The restaurant features signature Barley Brown beers, as well as a sizable menu that includes steaks, sandwiches, salads, and pasta, so you'll certainly find something to pair with your favorite beer. Across the street from the restaurant is the tap room, where you can taste all of Barley Brown's award-winning beers, as well as peek into the production area and relax while listening to live music. Barley Brown's beers have been winning awards since 2005. Their beers are made from locally sourced ingredients and produced in small batches by brewers who have a knack for both the art and science of brewing. Travel north from Baker City and you'll find La Grande, where a historic firehouse has been converted into Side A brewing. The name Side A comes from a firefighter term for approach side, meaning an entrance. Started in 2017 by three friends, Side A has quickly become known for its distinctive beers, locally sourced food, and kicked-back atmosphere. You won't find any TVs blaring the game here. The brewery features different beers as the seasons revolve, in addition to many that are on tap throughout the year. Sit on the patio to enjoy your summer ale. When it's cold, stay inside and go for a beer that has more substance. The production area is right inside the renovated firehouse. Each small batch is made with ingredients that are sourced from the region and have interesting names that reveal both the creativity and humor of the brewmasters. Travel on scenic highways 7 and 26 from Baker City to the town of John Day in Grant County, and plan to stop at 1188 Brewing Company, a modern brewery with a family-friendly atmosphere. This place is known for its microbrews, mouth-watering baked goods, and meals made from locally sourced ingredients. Enjoy an ongoing calendar of events that includes live music and trivia nights. All of the 1188 Brewing Company beers are made on-site with locally grown hops and malt. You'll find flavors here that you won't find anywhere else. To visit Steen's Mountain Brewing Company, head to Burns, Oregon, and look for a converted garage. The pub house here serves sandwiches and street tacos, and the patio is dog-friendly. This family-owned brewery grows some of their own hops in an on-site garden. These heirloom varieties were foraged from sites around the county and are one reason why Steen's Mountain beers are unlike any others. Plan a trip to Cove, Oregon in Union County, just one place where you can hop on the Union County Farm Loop Tour. Cove is famous for its fruit-producing hillsides and an annual cherry fair that takes place each August. Follow the Farm Loop south towards the town of Union and take a short jaunt off the beaten path to visit Grand Ronde Goat Dairy. The demand for goat milk products has been rising in the U.S. for the last decade, and the Rofi family are experts at creating a quality supply of both milk and herd animals. Contrary to popular perception, quality goat milk does not have a goaty flavor and is similar in taste and texture to cow's milk. Goat cheese is the top product that consumers request, followed by foods such as yogurt, ice cream, and butter, as well as lotions and soaps. The key to the highest quality goat milk is in how the herd is cared for and milked. The Grand Ronde Dairy has invested in technology that not only makes dairy operations efficient, but maintains rich taste and adheres to rigid safety standards. Goat milk products continue to grow in popularity as families seek out food sources that are healthy and grown with sustainable practices. Contact the dairy to schedule your tour so you can observe these best practices in person. You'll find goat milking on a smaller scale at the Almosta Farm at Cove. In addition to goats, the farm has pot-bellied pigs and chickens. You can buy fresh eggs, organic produce, homemade jams and jellies, as well as soaps and lotions. When you stop by to experience life at this small farm, you can help collect eggs or pick your own produce. This farm family is devoted to being good stewards of the land and are happy to help you learn how taking care of nature benefits everyone. Take beekeeping, for example. The production of honey is closely tied to creating environments where honeybees can thrive, so the Almosta farm is planting more native plants. The use of native plants helps to ensure biodiversity, which affects living creatures found everywhere from the soil to the air. Almosta Farm has Airbnb accommodations if you want a longer rural experience. Make sure you take home some honey. Use it instead of refined sugar to appease your sweet tooth and get a dose of antioxidants at the same time. At Nella May's self-serve farm stand just outside of Cove, expect to pay for the goods you want with the honor system. This farm trusts your honesty. You pay for the fruit and vegetables you take home. Salad mix and vegetables are a specialty at Nella May's farm, as is connecting people to local sources of healthy food. The farm is a supplier to area restaurants and has a stand at the LeGrand Farmers Market. Nella May has been practicing the art and science of growing food since she was 10 years old. All of the work at Nella May's farm is done by hand, without the use of toxic sprays or fertilizers. Apple Spring Micro Farm, to the southeast of Cove, doesn't just offer fresh organic produce. They serve up some of the most picturesque vistas and garden views in Union County. You'll be surprised at the huge variety of vegetables this small farm offers, in addition to home-baked goods and starter plants for your home garden. The Platts family farm is located just outside of the town of Union. Farming is a family tradition passed down from previous generations and practiced diligently today by this family of 5. Visit the farm during the growing season, or stop by the Platts family farm booth at the LeGrand Farmers Market to get tomatoes, sweet corn, potatoes, and squash, in addition to a variety of other vegetables in season. Cat's Paw Mercantile is the place to find natural face and body products, as well as a variety of handcrafted items such as food mixes, home decor, and natural cleaning products. This retail and online business grew out of the owner's need for products that don't contain harmful chemicals. All ingredients are from natural sources, like goat's milk and herbs, most of which are produced on-site at the farm. A visit around the Union County Farm Loop wouldn't be complete without a jaunt around the town of Union. Explore the historic downtown that includes casual restaurants and boutique shops. While you're in Union, pay a visit to the County Museum. Learning about the history of the area will connect you to the people who have made this Eastern Oregon region their home, like the farm families whom you'll meet on the continually expanding Union County Farm Loop. Plan your trip to Northeastern Oregon today and visit the wineries, breweries, and farms that dot the scenic valleys. You'll get more than a trunk full of interesting foods and beverages to take home. You'll get an enjoyable experience that will feed your body and soul.